Hello, FIGGIE, Fiends, Clouds, it's me, Daniel East 1000, back again with a Star Wars The Black Series figure review. Just a quick little recap on things. I was hoping to get some of this content churned out a little quicker than anticipated. Life, as we all know, does throw us curveballs. In this instance, it decided to have my flat roof cave in. Positives here, people. I'm alive and well. And I forgot to switch my light on. This is going well, isn't it? Bit of light on the situation. So that was a thing that happened. The figgies are safe. I've moved the figgies out of the way. Well, not that side. That's not a good example. There we go. Just in case. Bit gutted about that. I'm here now to sit down and talk things all figgy fiendry with you lovely people who might be watching either now or potentially in the future. Hello future people, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, smash that bell button. Anyways, I'm going to spoiler alert, all the figures in this wave, this wave, the Clone Wars wave, are bangers. That's the review, over and up now. We're going to be having a look at Anakin and Obi-Wan. I'm doing them in twofers, so we're going to have a look at Anakin and Obi-Wan in this review. In the next review, we'll have a look at Echo and Hawkeye Boy. So, yeah, I've got them in the packaging, and then we'll have a look at them out of the box. I've opened them already, but just to give you a look at them in this glorious, glorious box. I remember back in the day, saw Star Wars The Clone Wars at the cinema. I didn't buy the action figures that quickly after seeing it. But then I saw them go on discount, picked up Ahsoka and a Sarge Ventress. They're the two that I remember picking up. And then from then on in, I started picking up all the figures because I got into the series. And these two, man, these two are just proper nostalgic because I do remember seeing these figures in this style of box. And they've done that, but with Black Series. The only cherry on the cake for these two, I think, is if they include the crazy, weird, gimmicky weapons for nostalgias. But it is what it is. You know, they haven't done it. But that's fine. That's the only little criticism I have in terms of accuracy to the actual figures that we got in 334-inch. But yeah, that's just a little nostalgia bit there. Let's have a look at the packaging, of which is in this lovely, lovely Clone Wars or Clone style box, of which was how the first wave of Clone Wars figures came in for Dave Filoni's series and movie. Fantastic box art. You've got the, I don't want to say shoddy, They polished the character designs up and the animation up a lot more as the series went on, but you've kind of got the sort of little bit janky animation look, of which is great. I like that. Anakin and Obi-Wan, 50th anniversary of Lucasfilm, which this is a perfect choice to celebrate that, because I do feel like this packaging style was pretty iconic, to be fair, for that time. It certainly holds memories in my memory box. So yeah, Star Wars and Clone Wars on there. Of course, they look like Clone Trooper helmets. Then if we look on the back, you've got some spiel about the 50th anniversary of Lucasfilm, Anakin and Obi-Wan, and then a bit of a timeline as to the 50th anniversary of Lucasfilm. This obviously has got the Clone Wars highlighted on the back there for both of these, because this is for the Clone Wars. And then you've got a ton of legal garb at the bottom. And that's it in terms of packaging, but it was so difficult, I really didn't want to open them. And if I could get two more, if money was no object in the world, I would get a copy to keep carded, but I'm not, because I'm not that crazy. This is awesome. Just having these like this, awesome. You know, I could just say review one and done. But let's get these bad boys out and have a look at them. The reason why I'm reviewing both of them together, because they're quite similar, really. Why do two separate reviews? I mean, you can do. Nothing against that, if that's your stick. But I'm a lazy boy. I want to talk about his fees a bit quicker than that, if you excuse me. There we go, there's Anakin and Obi-Wan. So basically the figures are relatively identical in terms of the sculpts and whatnot. The only real difference is the fact that Anakin has different, you know, arms, because he has his cybernetic arm and then his gloved arm, whereas Obi-Wan has the sort of armour plating. You've got the cowls, which are the same, and the legs, because the legs are different. And the skirts as well. Anakin has a bit more of a longer skirt, and he actually has soft goods as well underneath that. Obviously head sculpts as well, different because different characters, but you know, they do share a lot of similarities in terms of the sculpts and whatnot. So yeah, let's first have a look at Anakin Skywalker. Lovely, lovely figure, and that head sculpt is, oh boy. Taking something that's animated and then making it realistic. So it's kind of got Hayden Christensen vibes. you know, it's kind of there. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. He's got his scar as well on his eye. Of course, you've got the Jedi symbol on his shoulder pad there, his gloved hand, and the cybernetic gloved hand. It comes with a lightsaber, obviously, as an accessory, and you can peg that into his belt just there, and you can obviously take the beam out, but I'm not going to do that because it is quite intense doing that on camera, so I'm not going to give myself any more stress than I've had. So yeah, there's Anakin with his lightsaber. No other accessories, just that. It would have been cool if it came with the string and the silly accessories that you know, the original came with the stupid Force Blast thing, but it's fine. I'm happy with what we've been given. We're lucky to have this. I think it's pretty damn great, you know, on the back there. And then of course you've got his boots, which looks great, and I did say you've got soft goods underneath those robes. You know, you can get this guy in some fantastic poses and it's not really hindered. So if we have a look at Obi-Wan, relatively similar, just got some slight differences. One thing I will note about the Obi-Wan is the fact that, like with all the new clone sculpts that Hasbro's been chucking out, he has the shoulder pads and knee pads that these clones have, and they have these straps. Now, unlike having double jointed knees and elbows where those straps were sort of concealed by the, you know, the joint, those are actual straps and there's just a ball joint in there, and that ball joint can cut into those and they might tear over time. Just bear that in mind. I try and just itch mine up if I'm going to pose it so they don't get, you know, knackered. A little bit of an L on Hasbro's part there, but it's only a small one. It's only a small one. Just, you know, ride those little things up there so they don't get cut into too much, and also don't, you know, bend the elbows too far so they're going to cut into them. But that's the only thing, just because it is a soft plastic and they can get cut into. So that's the only little criticism there really in terms of the Obi-Wan. But the head sculpt, oh boy, the Ewan McGregor head sculpt with the Clone Wars Obi-Wan body is just dope. I love it. Your move pose, which is great. And like the Anakin, you can tab the lightsaber hilt into the belt just there, because it is pretty much a similar sort of sculpt. Something kind of interesting to note as well is the lightsaber blades are a slightly different shade of colour. You've got the Jedi emblem on the shoulder pad there as well. The shoulder pad is stuck onto the actual shoulder as well by the looks of things. Unlike the Anakin, which is... yeah, the Anakin one actually has free-flowing shoulder pads. So it's sort of like attached inside by a thingy on the ball joint, whereas the Obi-Wan, it's actually stuck on the ball joint. Kind of interesting that. As both of these figures share the same articulation, let's just run through that, shall we? So they have ball-jointed heads, a ball-jointed neck, butterfly joints, which are quite concealed, but they are there, ball-jointed shoulders, ball-jointed elbows, ball-jointed wrists, ball-jointed torsos, ball-jointed hips, swivels at the tops of the thighs. Actually, there is a slight difference, because Anakin has double-hinged knees, like so. Obi-Wan has ball-jointed knees, so they don't do the full kick, but they do have both ball jointed ankles with rocker joints. So you can get these guys in pretty damn near any pose you could really want. I'm really struggling. I really struggled when opening these figures up to pick, you know, which one was my favourite out of the four. There is a slight marginal winner, but in terms of the two characters that we receive in the Clone Wars line of figures, these are excellent representations of that and inclusions to the Black Series line of figures. Putting these together with Ahsoka just really does set things off beautifully. Oh, beautiful. Overall, I can't recommend these enough. So, if you enjoyed having a look at these two boys, leave a comment down below, and also let me know what you guys think of these fantastic figures. Anyways, this is me, Daniel East 1000, sign out, and thank you very much for watching.